Good morning and welcome to Walk Before You Run. Today I want to talk about curses. Um, we had a family discussion yesterday about curses, generational curses, and it made me think about Numbers 22 and 23. So I want to read it. It says, the Israelites set out and camped in the plains of Moab, across the Jordan from Jericho. Now Balak, son of Zippor, saw all that Israel had done to the Amorites. Moab was in great dread of the people because they were so numerous. Moab was overcome with fear of the people of Israel. And Moab said to the elders of Midian, this horde will now lick up all that is around us, as an ox licks up the grass of the field. Now Balak, son of Zippor, was king of Moab at the time. He sent messengers to Balaam, son of Beor, at Bethor, which is on the Euphrates, in the land of Ammon, to summon him, saying, a people has come out of Egypt. They have spread over the face of the earth, and they have settled next to me. Come now, curse this people for me, since they are stronger than I. Perhaps I shall be able to defeat them and drive them from the land. For I know that whomever you bless is blessed, and whomever you curse is cursed. So the elders of Moab and the elders of Midian departed with the fee for divination in their hands, and they came to Balaam and gave him Balak's message. He said to them, stay here tonight, and I will bring back word to you, just as the Lord speaks to me. So the officials of Moab stayed with Balaam. God came to Balaam and said, who are these men with you? Balaam said to God, King Balak, son of Zippor of Moab, has sent me this message. A people has come out of Egypt and has spread over the face of the earth. Now come curse them for me. Perhaps I shall be able to fight against them and drive them out. God said to Balaam, you shall not go with them. You shall not curse the people, for they are blessed. So Balaam rose in the morning and said to the officials of Balak, go to your own land, for the Lord has refused to let me go with you. So the officials of Moab rose and went to Balak and said, Balaam refuses to come with us. Once again, Balak sent officials, more numerous and more distinguished than these. They came to Balaam and said to him, thus said Balak, son of Zippor, do not let anything hinder you from coming to me, for I will surely do you great honor, and whatever you say to me, I will do. Come, curse this people for me. But Balaam replied to the servants of Balak, although Balak went, although Balak were to give me his house full of silver and gold, I could not go beyond the command of the Lord my God to do less or more. You remain here as the others did, so that I may learn what more the Lord may say to me. That night, God came to Balaam and said to him, if the men have come to summon you, get up and go with them. But do only what I tell you to do. So Balaam got up in the morning, saddled his donkey, and went with the officials of Moab. God's anger was kindled because he was going, and the angel of the Lord took his stand in the road as his adversary. Now he was riding on the donkey, and two servants were with him. The donkey saw the angel of the Lord standing in the road with a drawn sword in his hand. So the donkey turned off the road and went into the field, and Balaam struck the donkey to turn it back onto the road. Then the angel of the Lord stood in a narrow path between the vineyard with a wall on either side. When the donkey saw the angel of the Lord, it scraped against the wall and scraped Balaam's foot against the wall. So he struck it again. Then the angel of the Lord went ahead and stood in a narrow place where there was no way to turn either to the right or to the left. When the donkey saw the angel of the Lord, it lay down under Balaam, and Balaam's anger was kindled, and he struck the donkey with his staff. Then the Lord opened the mouth of the donkey, and it said to Balaam, "What have I done to you that you have struck me these 3 times?" Balaam said to the donkey, "Because you have made a fool of me. I wish I had a sword in my hand. I would kill you right now." But the donkey said to Balaam, "Am I not your donkey, which you have ridden all your life to this day? Have I been in the habit of treating you this way?" And he said, "No." Then the Lord opened the eyes of Balaam, and he saw the angel of the Lord standing in the road with his drawn sword in his hand. And he bowed down, falling on his face. The angel of the Lord said to him, "Why have you struck your donkey these 3 times? I have come out as an adversary because your way is perverse before me. The donkey saw me and turned away from me these 3 times. If it had not turned away from me, surely just now I would have killed you and let it live." Then Balaam said to the angel of the Lord, "I have sinned, for I did not know that you were standing in the road to oppose me. Now, therefore, if it is displeasing to you, I will return home." The angel of the Lord said to Balaam, "Go with the men, but speak only what I tell you to speak." So Balaam went on with the officials of Balak. When Balak heard that Balaam had come, he went out to meet him at Moab, on the boundary formed by the Arnon at the farthest point of the boundary. Balak said to Balaam, "Did I not send to summon you? Why did you not come to me? Am I not able to honor you?" Balaam said to Balak, "I have come to you now, but do I have power to just say anything? The word God puts in my mouth, that is what I must say." Then Balaam went with Balak, and they came to Kiriath Huzoth. Balak sacrificed oxen, sheep, and sent them to Balaam to be to and to the officials who were with him. Now, hey boo. Now, I like the fact, I'm not going to read 23. I want you to do it because God has already told Balaam, just say what I say. Now, Balak is telling him that I want you to curse the Israelites and I'm going to give you sacrifices and I want you to curse them. But God had already said, no one can curse someone that I have blessed. And so we were talking about curses and if generational curses exist, and is that biblical? And so I just posed the question to you. I want you to read this. I want you to read 22. I want you to read 23 because in 23, Balaam declares 3 oracles that God tells him to do. And well, actually 4, but the third and the fourth one are in chapter 24. But when God blesses you, can you be cursed? Can there be a curse, a generational curse that would keep you from benefiting from God's blessings? I'm not going to answer that for you or even for myself. I just want you to read it and I want you to think about, can there be generational curses? And if you believe that there can be, if you believe that someone can be cursed that has been blessed of God, then when I come back on tomorrow, I want you to share your thoughts because tomorrow I will read those oracles that Balaam declared from God. And before I go, I just want to go back in 22 because when Balaam was hitting his donkey, um, when the angel of the Lord was standing in the way, why didn't Balaam see the angel of the Lord? He had just had a conversation with God before he left. So when he's on his way after God told him in verse 20, that night God came to Balaam and said to him, if the men have come to summon you, get up and go with them. So if he tells him, get up and go with them, then why did the angel of the Lord stand in the path? Could it be that Balaam's heart was kind of teetering between doing what God said do and giving in to what Balak wanted? Why? Why didn't he see the angel of the Lord standing in the way? So I want you to just think about that. But tomorrow, I want you to chat with me when I get on about what you saw. I'm sorry, you guys, I am plugging up my computer because I didn't turn it off last night. Sorry. Okay, so tomorrow, when we get on together, I want you to just, if you get a chance, just chat with me. And if I come on and you miss it, then get on the chat anyway. Get on the comment and just share with me your thoughts. What you think? What do you think about generational curses? What do you think about someone being able to curse someone that God has blessed? Okay, so I'll see you tomorrow. And come prepared. Yes, ma'am, you have your homework, so make sure that you do it. And don't tell me the dog ate it. But also, I want you to just think about, why could not Balaam see the angel of the Lord? 3 different times that donkey stopped and was like, I can't go that way. I can't go that way. So just think about that. And then something else that I just find so funny is that God used a donkey, and in the King James Version, it calls him an ass. God uses one to speak to a man. Now, the irony of it all is when people are stubborn, we call them a donkey, acting like a donkey. And so was Balaam being stubborn when he kept trying to get the donkey to go where he wanted to go, and the donkey was following the holy angel of the Lord? I mean, so it's just something to think about when you read it. But thank you for joining me today. I want to encourage you to always walk before you run. And that doesn't mean that you got to walk through the Word of God early in the morning before you run out. I mean, that would be optimal. But, walk through the Word of God before you try to run this race, before you try to live a life for Him, before you try to go out and do what you say that He wants you to do. Make sure you get instructions. Don't be like some of the kids in the classroom. They start working before they even read what they're supposed to do, because it might be a trick test, like some teachers have done before. If the kids had only read the instructions, it said, write your name at the top and put your pencil down. And so sometimes we do some work that's unnecessary, like Balaam was doing, beating that donkey unnecessarily. Open your eyes and see what's right in front of you, because the Lord is right there trying to direct your path and trying to talk to you. I'll see you next time. Always remember that we all are blessed so that we can be a what? You got it. See you next time.